Shayna, and today on Discover the Bounty, we're at the River Park Farmers Market learning all about Japanese eggplant. These Japanese eggplant are known for their slender shape and delicate flavor. Stay tuned as we discover the secrets of this versatile vegetable. Today I'm at Her Farms getting a behind-the-scenes tour of their operations and learning all about Japanese eggplant. They grow 5 varieties of eggplants: Chinese, Japanese, Thai, Filipino, and an American black bell. But today we're going to focus on Japanese eggplant. Japanese eggplant is long and slender, it's darker in color than a Chinese eggplant, it's a little bit sweeter in flavor, and it's very good for stir fries, grilling, and soups. The harvest period is June through November, so you can pick it up at a local farmer's market in the summer and fall and know it's very fresh. Some of my favorite things to do with Japanese eggplant is to grill it as a nice side dish with a protein. I put it in egg rolls and also as a stir fry. Another reason I love cooking with eggplant is it takes on the flavor of the dish you're trying to create. It's very neutral that way. The best part, Japanese eggplant is a superfood that's high in nutrients and very good for your health. So now that we learned a little bit more about growing Japanese eggplant, let's head back to the market. Hi, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, I'm looking for some Japanese eggplant to cook with.
Well, you're at the right place. So I grow at least 6 varieties of eggplants.
Okay.
I have Chinese eggplant, Japanese eggplant, Indian eggplant, Filipino eggplant, and American eggplant.
Okay, and what are the differences in flavors or?
It all depends on how you cook. Some are good for grilling, some is good for stir fry, some is good for just steaming and eat. So it all depends on how you're gonna use it.
So Japanese eggplant, how would you prepare that?
I like to fry it real quick and stir fry it.
Put it in a stir fry?
Yes.
Okay, so when I buy the eggplant, before I cook it, when I take it home from the farmer's market, what's the best way to store it?
Put it in a plastic bag.
Okay.
And in the fridge to retain moisture.
Okay, do I put a damp paper towel in the bag or no, just in the plastic bag?
Just in the plastic bag.
Okay.
But you can put the paper towel in there, but it does not need to be damp.
Okay.
Yes, it will collect the moisture.
Okay,
Yes.
and how long can I store it in the fridge for?
About a week.
A week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks, Maylee. Well, these Japanese eggplant are gonna make some great dishes. Let's get back to the kitchen. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Discover the Bounty, where we'll have some fun learning about and cooking with California-grown specialty crops. We're here at the Tuesday River Park Farmers Market, and today's specialty crop is Japanese eggplant. They are known for their slender shape, delicate flavor, and for my vegan friends, they act as a perfect meat substitute. What I love most about cooking with eggplant is there are endless ways to prepare them. They can be grilled, roasted, sautéed, fried, baked, or even steamed. My favorite dinner course to make with Japanese eggplant is a fresh stir fry, or grilling them to make the perfect side dish. And the best part, Japanese eggplant have antioxidants like vitamins A and C, which help protect your cells against damage. It is also high in natural plant chemicals called polyphenols, which may help your body do a better job of processing sugar if you have diabetes. Let's get cooking. All right, so raise your hand if you like pizza. All right, good, and raise your hand if you like eggplant. My eggplant fan, yes, I'm happy to have you here. I love it. All right, so today we're making pizza eggplant stacks. It's like a little bite-sized eggplant pizza you can snack on, dip in marinara sauce, super tasty. You guys ready to give it a try? Yeah, awesome. Okay, good. All right, so we have our Japanese eggplant. You know it's Japanese eggplant because it's dark, it's long, it's slender. You could make this with other varieties as well, but today we're focusing on the Japanese eggplant, which makes it perfect for the stacks. If you had a thicker American black beauty eggplant, you would make it more like a lasagna or in a casserole dish, but this is perfect for these little stacks that we're gonna make. So we're gonna slice our eggplants into 1/4 of an inch slice. And the great thing about Japanese eggplant is it's not very bitter. Sometimes eggplant can be bitter, and to combat that, you could slice it, sprinkle some salt on top of it, and it'll start to sweat, kind of like I'm doing right now. You'll wipe off that sweat, but that takes out the bitterness of the eggplant. Japanese eggplant, however, is known to be sweeter in flavor, so you don't have to really worry about that, which makes it great for this dish. The other thing you could do with Japanese eggplant is simply saute it. Makes a really easy, good side dish, or you can put it in a stir fry as well. All right, so we are going to bread our eggplant slices here. So I have one egg that I cracked into the bowl and added a few drips of just plain tap water, and I'm gonna stir that up. I also have Italian breadcrumbs here. So if you wanna make your own breadcrumbs, take your stale bread, mix it up in a Cuisinart, and then add in spices like parsley and oregano, some salt. You could even add in some Parmesan cheese in there as well. I have turned on our stove here, and I have about 1/4 a cup of olive oil in our pan, and that's what's gonna fry up our eggplant. So we're gonna make them a little bit crispy, then we're gonna layer in some other ingredients. We are gonna layer in some spinach, because we wanna be strong like Popeye. Do you guys even know who Popeye is? No, okay, good. So we wanna be strong, we will eat our spinach. And I'm just gonna chop that up so it's ready to go for us when we are ready to use it. So I have about 1.5 cups of spinach here. I just wanna chop that. Then I also have some fresh basil, which I'm gonna pass around for you. I love growing basil in my garden. So if you wanna rub it between your fingers and then smell it, oh, it's delicious. Pass that over. I'll let you guys smell the basil as well. Basil is often used in Italian cooking. Has a really nice sweet flavor, so I'll go ahead and dice them up as well. You can keep it right there with you, buddy. So I roll it up and then I slice it down. You could also tear it with your fingers. Did you have a question? No, okay, not yet. Soon. I feel it coming. All right. So I have our spinach ready. We have some fresh basil ready. I have ricotta cheese. You could also use cottage cheese here. Cottage cheese has some protein. It's very mild in flavor, so it interchanges nicely. I have some shredded mozzarella cheese. You could also use Parmesan, and then some pre-made marinara sauce. All right, I think we have a hot stove. I can't tell if it's hot or I'm hot. I think we're ready to go. So we're gonna work in batches. You're going to coat the slice in the eggs, dredge it here into the breadcrumbs, and then add it in. Feel like it's heating, but when we cook outside, we have to have some patience. We'll just keep going and hopefully it heats up. So egg wash. The egg wash is what makes the breadcrumbs stick to the eggplant and add it into the pan. If you want to skip this step for some reason and just go ahead and saute them straight on the pan, you could do that as well. This just adds a little extra crunch, makes them a little bit more flavorful, a fun little treat, and gives them that texture. There we go, it's starting to sizzle. I lost it. I like using my fingers. If you don't like getting dirty when you cook, you can of course use a fork, spoon to do this as well. But part of the fun of cooking is getting dirty, right? And then making mom and dad clean it up. Just kidding. Helping mom and dad clean it up. What are some dishes that you guys have had eggplant with that you like? What is that? Have you had like an eggplant Parmesan? Yeah. So that's kind of what inspired this. A little bit of sauce, a little bit of cheese, kind of Italian flavorings. All right, we almost have our pan full. Can you smell it cooking? Yeah.
I can't really smell it, but I can hear it.
You can hear it? That's the best part about cooking, is it engages all of your senses. So you can hear it, you can smell it, of course you can see it. My favorite part at the end, you can taste it, right? Oh, you smell mozzarella sticks?
That's all I smell.
Okay, all right. I like the imagination. All right, so we're gonna let those set for a couple minutes on one side, get browned, and then we'll flip them to the other side. Since I have egg fingers, I'm gonna wash my hands real fast. All right. If you're cooking at home, now would be a good time, or in the beginning would be a good time to preheat your oven. To get that going, you want to have it at 375 degrees because this will go into the oven. I am using a toaster oven, again, the magic of TV, and we are going to put it on broil. Since everything is pre-cooked, really, we're just going to put them into little stacks and put them in the oven and melt that cheese and brown the tops. I swear this is going slower than it normally goes. Let's see if we can flip them yet. We can. So, Japanese eggplant grow here in Fresno very well, and they're harvested this time of year. So you can pick them up here at the farmer's market and make them when you go home tonight. What do you think? Or maybe tomorrow. Make them tomorrow night. Have them ready when your parents get home from work. All right, we cooked it on one side, we'll cook it on the other side. A plate lined with a paper towel. We'll put the eggplant while we work on the next step of the recipe. We'll get our baking dish ready. We'll be good to go. Okay, any questions thus far? Yes. What's your question, buddy?
What is that going to be?
So this is where we're gonna compile our little stacks. We're gonna put it here and then we'll put it in the toaster oven to broil right before it's time to eat. Sound good? I am gonna put the eggplant on these. Yes, good question. All right, so we'll transfer these over to the plate. So you want to be careful because you are working with a hot stove here. If your kiddo's younger, it's a good idea to help with this part. I did test this recipe on my 9-year-old daughter and she gave it 2 thumbs up and helped me prepare it. So I think you guys will like it as well. All right, so for the next step, what we're going to do, we're going to take a eggplant and we'll put a layer or 3, actually we'll just do like such. All right, so now we're gonna take a little bit of the ricotta cheese and we'll put it on each eggplant slice. Let's not start a fire. So, like I said, I'm using ricotta. You could also use cottage cheese if you happen to have that in your fridge. It will do the same thing. We'll add a little bit of our chopped spinach. Hide your greens into your dish. Make it nice and healthy. And then you're going to layer on another eggplant slice as like a little lid. And you can make these as high as you want. I typically do 3 eggplant layers high. Tonight we're just gonna do the 2. We're gonna put on a little bit of the cheese. So there's 2 ways you could do it. Who here likes pasta sauce? You guys like pasta sauce? Okay. Yes, you guys do too. Okay. So you could either put the pasta sauce on the top and then put the cheese, or have the pasta sauce on the side just as dipping if you're not quite sure about the pasta sauce. So we'll do each one, 3 of each, and you guys can test. So we have them ready to go. We're just gonna put them in for just a minute to melt the cheese on top, like such. We'll press start. And I think it's going. I have it on broil. And we're good to go. I think it's going. So while that's cooking for the couple of minutes, you can clean the kitchen. right? So it's nice and clean when it's ready to serve. I won't make you clean the kitchen today, but next time you come over, I will make you clean. Fair? Okay, all right. So we, like I said, we made just a small taste for you guys. If you wanted to make this into a big baking dish and layer the bottom of a big glass baking dish with sauce and then put the eggplants and put some spinach and the ricotta cheese and some cheese and then layer on eggplants, repeat, repeat, repeat. It's kind of like a lasagna. Put that in your big oven, bake it, and then you can serve it more like an eggplant parmesan or a lasagna kind of dish. Sound good? But we're making the little bites today. So we're gonna go ahead and cut up a little bit more fresh basil for the garnish. So I'm just kind of rolling it like this. And we're going to make little ribbons with our fresh basil. So then we're ready to garnish the top of your little stack. It's called chiffonade. Fancy, yes. All right. Oh, it is working. Goodness. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready to test it soon? Are you hungry after all that cooking? I know, you're really working hard. I appreciate all that effort. Wonderful. Any questions while we're waiting the last couple minutes?
How do you know the eggplant comes? Like, how do you know the eggplant will be like,
When you grilled it here, how do we know it was cooked? You'll start to see it browning and it'll soften up. You can also slice one open or even test it. But yeah, a couple minutes on each side, you'll be good. It'll be cooked. Good question. Yes?
So is there like 2 ways you can do it? So where you can let it, because like how you did it was like a biscuit. Like a little like crispy. Like
Yeah, a little biscuit. I like, yes.
Or can you make it like, or else you can make it, less crispy? Like,
Less crispy.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. If you wanted to grill it without breading it,
Yeah.
you could do that. Don't add the eggs and the breadcrumbs and just grill it and then make it. It won't be as crispy. Yeah, I like that idea. The cheese is melted. So there we have it. And I'll serve it, but it's really hot. So let's let it cool for a second. We can ask more questions and then you can eat it. Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
All right. The other cheese that you could put on top is Parmesan cheese. I'm a big fan of Parmesan cheese. All right, so you guys are gonna be my no sauce on top side, but you have dipping sauce. Let it cool for a second for me. And then you guys will be the sauce side. And you actually have more sauce too. So you're welcome. Once it cools, you can quite literally just pick them up and eat them like this. But since they're not quite cool yet, you can also use your fork and knife and cut them in half and eat them that way as well. All right, what questions do we have while we let them cool? How high do you think you could stack it? That's what I want to know.
Can I stack it to 4?
You think 4 high? I think you could do it. The highest I've done is 3, but I think you could go 4. What other questions? No other? No? Any questions in the audience? Yes.
I wasn't aware of the various types of eggplants that's available, but why do you add water to the egg wash?
Just to, so it wasn't so thick. Just water it down a little bit to make it easier to dredge so it wasn't so much egg on each side. Evenly coated. Yeah.
Any other questions?
And yes, there are so many different varieties of eggplant. We have Chinese eggplant, Japanese eggplant, Filipino eggplant, Thai eggplant, and then the American big old eggplant. Yes. So you could use really any variety here. The Japanese eggplant are just the perfect size to make them so cute, little stacks to eat. All right, do we think it's cooled down? Are you guys ready to try to eat it? Just go cautiously. Bon appetit. Enjoy eating it. Test it, maybe make sure it's not too hot. And yes, you can dip it. Yes, thank you guys for cooking with me. I had a blast cooking with you today and exploring new tasty flavors from the farmers market. Farmers markets are such a wonderful place to find fresh, locally grown veggies and try out new recipes with them. See you next time for another fun cooking adventure.